It depends how you read the Quran. If you read the Quran and you read it like ISIS, then you're going to the hellfire. If you read the Quran
Yes, prostitutes, been there and done it. Yes, yes. Don't be a boring conformist and submit to some cult from Arabia. Pathetic.
And the Creator wants to know 100% certain to believe in him, worship him, follow his order. Can he not just say be and it shall be next? Okay. Yeah, was it? Yes or no? Great. Why does he just bring a third person up there to tell you he's God, to shift shape, change and go and die, not die and resurrect? Why does he need to do all these things?
Okay,
why don't we just say believe?
Thank you. So what you're basically saying is that why didn't he treat us as robots? Because he could have done that. Yeah, he could have done that. Because
robots?
So he could have
just instantly just install the software in your being.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a robot already.
Yeah.
Habits. No, let me tell you what I mean by that. I don't mean physically. It's not an insult. It's not an insult. Let me explain a bit further what you mean. You have mechanics in your body that has habitual patterns that runs programs. Your body is a program. So if at some level you are a robot with a conscious. That's it. So the body is a physical being, right? That is a program. So you're a robot. You're just a sophisticated robot. You're not this kind of robot. You're not this here. You're just a very sophisticated. That's what I'm talking about.
I understand.
Question has arisen. You've come to this universe, you don't know who you are, you don't know what's going on, and you're looking around for answers, right? And the question is, which one is trustworthy? Because this person says Christianity is true, this person says Judaism is true, this one says Islam is true, but you have no idea, right? And you're like, okay, who to my intellect, based on my limited understanding of reality, which one makes sense to me more? To me, Jesus makes sense. Amazing. So I'll follow him. That's to me called blind faith. That means you don't know, you believe. There's a difference between knowing and believing, in my personal opinion, right? So therefore, Jesus, he sounds really good. He sounds amazing things. Muhammad, peace be upon him, sounds. Jesus, peace be upon him. They all sound amazing. So I think this guy's a bit more truthful. Or the Bible's got some really good stuff. The Quran's got some. So you just select. Some people don't even have that choice to select because why? They're born into the religion. So what I'm saying to you ultimately is the need for knowing who you are, the need for knowing your creator, or the need to understand your purpose in life has made you come to this place where you don't know. Because people don't have the guts to say we don't know, they rather follow something. That's it. Because it's scary. Imagine I told you don't know your parents or where you're from. There's a fear factor comes in. That element of fear, I think, makes us want to hold on to something, to feel secure. Because believing makes us feel secure. But remember, what you believe, you protect. So now imagine if I believe in Christianity, I'll protect it. Because imagine if I don't protect Christianity, I'll tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean. A belief gives you security, right? A sense of identity. If somebody tries to threaten that identity, guess what happens to you? If somebody comes and threatens you, someone that you love, you want to protect them naturally, right? Yeah? You love Jesus, right? You love the Christian, for example, or me Muslim, let's just say, or me something else. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm talking about the concept of a belief. So what I'm saying to you, when somebody attacks that, it could be subtle, it could be physical, it could be simple attack, it could be whatever. I want to protect, right?
We're not talking about my wife, we're talking about my faith. And as you described,
I think there was a communication issue here then. Because I'm trying to explain the same thing as that. Belief okay, in something makes you want to identify with that thing, right? Why do you need to believe in something? The need for the belief is because you don't know, right? You don't know and you lost. That's the truth. We're all lost right now. We don't understand this cosmos infinite.
Speak for yourself, because let me speak for myself. Because every time you say all these things, I mean, I see one or two things I might agree with, but then a lot that I don't agree with. So it's best that you speak for yourself about your beliefs instead of us and claiming that we're all lost. Because I am not. I do not have that belief that I'm lost. But now going back to what you're saying.
That's what we're talking about, the word belief.
Okay, so going back to what you're saying earlier on about software.
About what? Software?
About software and programming.
Okay, yeah.
We can use that word program. But the point is that the software and the programming that God has done in us, I don't believe requires modification. Yeah, I believe that it is fine as it is, because if we're using that word, robot and software and so on, it's fine as it is. And it's so wonderful that it's in tune with, with the being of that person. Yeah. So therefore the software can be modified, can change. So it's not as if it's static. Now the God that we believe in, as created us with this software that you're talking about to be relational. That's part of it. So it's not that somehow we feel lost and we must be back. No, it's that
what is relational got to do with identity? I don't understand that part, sorry.
In terms of, okay, what does
in terms of who you are and where you come from, what's that got to do with relation? I can have a relationship with someone. Relational. I can have a relationship, I can have a connection, I can have a bond with beings, with animals, with everything, right? But I still don't know who I am or where I'm from.
But you still,
what's the reason why we have relational is so we can interact, right?
Yes.
That's it. So I'm not talking about that. That's absolutely true, and you're absolutely correct. We are being of interact, because if we don't, in fact, let me tell you something else. Everything in the universe is constantly responding to one another. Without, if this moment, if they respond, everything that you can see and you cannot see is in constant interaction with one another. Right now, if you stop breathing, right, if your body stops responding to the air, you die. If the sun
but then that doesn't mean it's interacting with a galaxy that's beyond the Milky Way.
Everything is interacting. Everything is interacting in subtle ways, in the gross ways. You might not understand that gravity is beyond time and space. Look, I'm just talking about simple. Let's look at simple, right? Right now there's gravity. My feet is interacting with the floor, right? Gravity is pushing me up.
Yeah, actually, because I'll be honest with you, scientists don't.
I think we're going to the topics where I think we're jumping so many different aspects, which I feel we're jumping things. I'm just saying, okay, if you hold your breath for a second, you die, right? For a couple of minutes, right? That means you're responding to the air, right? Your body's responding.
I'm not about that, but you said gravity.
I'm just giving you an example. For example, it might not be the best example you might like.
Everything's connected to something.
Everything is connected, interconnected, yes? That's it. And I didn't understand your question as well, but what was your question about gravity?
But to get it to the point, like I said, I was here only for a minute. I'm sorry for going for sorry for that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. You said gravity, and because I'm linking this to belief. I am the one to believe.
Belief systems, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, go on, that's a good point. Yeah, go on, explain that to me so I can understand what you mean.
I said, okay, how do you know gravity?
I don't know. I can just see the reactions and responses. That's why I was telling him. The need for belief comes from not knowing. You don't know, but you see the experience, you see the creation, but you don't know, so you want to have to know, you want to know. So the need for belief comes out, right? So this person says believe in me, that person says this thing says believe, everybody says believe this. The question is here, he was asking which belief system is more truthful, or which one of these? And I was trustworthy, okay? And I was thinking about, then my question was, why has this question arisen? So when I took it a step back from this, why has this question come about? And I realized, why do you ask this question? That's the question I'm trying to ask you.
Okay, but okay, so
which comes to the belief system, because let me give you my interpretation of it. Maybe you correct me. Okay, it's come from the fact that you have no idea who you are and why we're here, and you don't know how to live and how to behave. I'm not saying you don't know everybody. I'm talking about me. Okay, me. Let's talk about me. Okay, so I don't want you to feel insulted. It's about me. So therefore, we want to know how to act and behave and how we should live. So you want a way of life because you don't have a reference point.
Okay, so
If you go back to chat so that I can get out. Oh, you're my opponent. You come out of nowhere. Every time I've talked to someone, you come out of nowhere.
You make up stuff.
It's like a ghost. I've never made up anything, mate.
You make up stuff.
So what have I made up? Give me an example. I've never made up the verse. The verse is there. No, the tafsir answers it. No, the tafsir answers it. No, go tafsir, isn't it? Oh, okay, I'll go to tafsir. I will. It's not my debate. You two are talking. I think, yeah, but the book is in here, though. We should be talking about the
There's a break on him. Go.
Yeah, this thing that's coming up, battleship, and that's a very big battleship, okay, like the Nimitz. Now, Noah's Ark got 3 stories, 1, 2, 3. So those stories were sufficient space storage for all the animals. They were there for 40 days and 40 nights. So can you imagine the water that came down from the heavens all the way down to the earth in 40 days, 40 nights. Number 40 in the Bible is the number for judgment. So God's judgment was felt on planet Earth. The whole planet covered in water. But then the Lord Jesus says that before He comes, there will be days like the days of Noah. In other words, there will be violence, which was there in the days of Noah. There was terrorism, which is exactly what we see today in the world. Here's something interesting. Between the year 1948 and 2022, there were 98 violent military coups in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Sudan, in Egypt, even Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, etc. 98 violent coup d'etats, Iran, Iraq included. Here's the States, here's the United States, that's the problem.
Give me one. Governments in the past
one time only offer.
Islam states that obviously right, so in their world he exists also. So they're not disregarding you as such, they're not saying you're wrong, because you're not wrong in their eyes. They can't say you're wrong. If you believe in Jesus Christ, they just believe in him in a different form. They say he's a prophet. Okay, so you guys are like kind of there together. You believe he's a God, Trinity, whatever it may be.
Can we go back to his point? Sorry to cut you there. That point you said about that child, no, that child, because that's what your point was, right? That child and the mum. The analogy, right?
Okay, yes.
That mother has concerns and love and compassion towards that baby, and wants that baby to grow up to be what? Happy, joyful, and to kind of understand where she's from, right?
To be following
the truth,
the worldview that is most trustworthy out of the three. Because remember, I'm only limiting you to three.
I get it. Yeah. No, good.
Yeah.
So,
Abrahamic religion.
So that's fine. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, these are the ones. But no, but Scientology is there as well. But question for you then. I totally understand the need for that. Let's go down into the need. Is there a way to coexist in this world without the need to have a belief system? Can you do it based on no belief system? Can you live a way, and I don't know, I'm just asking by the way, can you live every single day in such manner where you don't need to have a belief system to be able to respond to what's happening in front of you in the best way?
Yes.
That's best for everyone.
I think you can. You don't need God for that. No. You use your intellect. Goodness. Making people happy. Giving to charities. But through education, through growing up in schools, you could do that.
And that's also a belief system.
No, but did you hear what it said?
But that's also a belief system, bro.
No, it's not.
It is.
It is.
I'm taking it completely utter.
Can I jump in?
I'm talking about absolutes here, innit? I'm not talking about just here and there.
I'm making you feel comfortable. No, listen, you're not so
Yeah. Okay, so there is something in us that knows what's right and wrong and how to behave.
Correct.
That's different from you saying belief system, because if you say you grow up, the school taught us this.
Why are you calling this belief system?
I'm not.
You just said the world.
If you're saying
having integrity, having morals, having intellect.
because you believe at some level to do this is better for you and everyone else.
You feel
actions.
Yeah, actions and feelings though, innit?
Them
That's how I
actions
feel.
keep your tribe alive.
If I'm hugging you, I feel a type of way. I feel like it's a positive energy.
I think that's still belief system though. That's
No,
still
Why does it matter? Like, why are you bringing it up?
Yeah, but brother, them actions.
Okay.
Something good, like, who cares? You know it's good.
Because if we're sticking with what we know and what we don't know, what we do know is just X.
Yeah, but we know
and
that.
we don't know
We know that.
But if we knew,
Your hand if I hug you, it's a positive energy.
and you know that through
that.
through response.
I know that.
Yeah.
You know that. He knows that. He knows that. Everyone's
Exactly.
happy. So what's the problem?
But you're talking about school and upbringing and what you know and how to behave, you know?
They teach us certain bits.
Those things.
but knowing and believing are two different things.
Exactly.
But within us, we know what's right or wrong. Generally. If I was in a cupboard for 20, 30, sorry, I'm 31 years of age. If I was 1 years of age,
I know that, by
you
the
put me
way.
in a cupboard, and then you brought me out when I'm 31 years of age, I'll know what's good or bad. I would like to think so. How? You just know. It's within you. I'll know that if I hit you, no.
So just know.
Based on feelings. If I hit you, I'll know that I've done something wrong.
Not fully. Not fully. Nah, not fully.
know.
Here's when you know.
You've done something
when the self
within you, you'd know.
Especially when that person hits your back, you'll know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
back, you still, you know.
Because every action's got a
Reaction.
thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And can I get to you about evidence? You said evidence. You've got evidence.
Yeah, evidence-based.
Can I test you? Can I test you on the evidence? With respect. With respect.
Okay, so first of all, what is your worldview?
I'm agnostic. I'm agnostic. I can't come to you guys and say there is no God. I'm agnostic. But your evidence for a God, doesn't stand up.
Oh, really? But I'm not giving any evidence.
You just said evidence. When this chap asked you earlier on, I've got evidence.
I know, but you said my evidence doesn't stand up.
You were saying something and argue against it.
Can I give you...
You were saying something and argue against it.
With respect.
Yes.
Jesus, he was born a Hebrew, with respect. A Jew. Okay. He was born a Jew. Okay.
Yes.
Does he know the Levite tribe that Moses or Moshe or Musa was born into?
What is your point? So I want to... Because we're talking about...
You know Moshe, Moses or Musa, it's not a Hebrew name.
That's an English question.
Okay, so you want...
Oh, you know what? I came to this place for one reason. Yeah.
Yes.
I have one question.
Yeah. So let's finish.
You're Christian?
Yes.
Fine. There's Muslims here as well. Amazing.
I'm not a Muslim.
Fine. This is good.
Yes.
The creators created Adam and Eve.
Yes.
I don't understand. Maybe because I'm ignorant. Most likely I am.
The evolution and okay.
No evolution. No, there's Adam and Eve.
Yes.
They had intercourse.
Yes.
They had babies.
Yes.
And then a rib.
And then their babies slept with each other to have babies.
Yes.
So are we all sleeping with each other's sisters? And brothers?
Okay. So.
I'm asking. I want to understand.
Okay. So.
Are we not?
No. Hold on. Right.
No, but we are.
Okay. Hold on. Whoa. Well, no.
Logic. Maybe I'm wrong. But tell me.
No. But we're not.
But we don't.
Adam and Eve did not
Okay, fine. Let's not even go that far back.
No, let's go that far back because that's what it matters.
Oh, okay, fine.
It begins from there.
Okay, let's go that far
Adam and Eve is here. They have babies.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's just. They had children. And okay, so they were created perfectly. At a point in time, seeing what is called sin entered into them.
Sin entered into them.
Yeah.
Sin entered to them before they came to earth, not after.
No,
they were banished from the heavens because they sinned. Sin was already in there.
Hold on, you're a Muslim because what you're presenting is a Muslim, is an Islamic viewpoint, which is
Okay, so
faulty.
it's different from Christianity.
Yeah.
So what's the apple and Adam tree and apple? Where does that come from?
Right, hold on.
I think we're going off topic, but explain to me. I'm going to be quiet for a while. Tell me.
Before we go anywhere else, let me just say one thing. You're clearly somebody that has a lot of questions and wants to know. I would recommend that you read the New Testament, the Bible. Read it for yourself. Because Islam has actually messed up. Okay. Because you're not my brother from that point
We've got the same.
No, hold on. No, we're not.
God-forsaken countries on the planet. Look at Syria, they're killing each other. Look at Lebanon, a mess. Look at Iran. But some Muslim countries recognize Israel. God bless them. United Arab Emirates, Turkey, Jordan, Egypt, Morocco, Bahrain, they recognize Israel.
You're scared of the Syrians and you're scared of the Lebanese.
You live in a dream world. Why is Israel still there? Because you guys can't destroy it. Yeah, you guys can't destroy it.
Israel is the last.
And you want to come to Britain or your parents, you don't want to live in a country run by people like yourself.
Israel is the largest socialist market in the world. The USA.
So, you're ashamed to say where you were originally from, but I bet it was a third world country, wasn't it? You get your descendants came from a third world country and you don't understand education.
It's a beggar state.
Do you know the Quran says all blessings and good things come from Allah? And the entire Muslim world put together. And when I see people like him and him, I'm not surprised.
You're a beggar state. You're a beggar. What are you talking about?
So, Israel's there to stay.
Yes, I agree.
Get used to it.
I agree.
Palestinians made peace with Israel and they're there with temporary occupation. Why is the occupation there? Because in 1967, 5 Arab countries invaded Israel. And Israel took land from all those countries and said, we debate with each other.
It doesn't mean it's
strong alignment of information
So 99% of the time you can have sex with
You are green. He's black. I think that God can paint that. God can paint that, right? Why? Because he is. What right do I have to lift your skirts and show your naked.
Boy's a boy. A little boy.
No.
Who's the second, third woman?
You're looking for an excuse.
Who is the second, third woman with a name?
You're looking for an excuse. Well,
I've got a question. Who's number two?
Who do you think he is?
Who's number 3? Number 4? Number 5? Number 6? Number 7? Number 100?
Number 102.
So what's the name? See, you can't tell the name. What's the name?
What do you want?
What's the name?
What do you want?
You missed your dinner last night.
What do you want? Tell it, maybe you
I ate your shish kebab. Right, who's the second woman? Who is the second woman. Okay? Are you?
So he wasn't hallucinating?
No.
He's wearing a flag that they killed one. Then when he's wearing a flag,
really? So you're telling me that Mary is the only woman who got named in the Quran because of...
This is Christian.
Why? Really? What a garbage answer.
Well, then he changed.
What about Eve? Your first mother, Hawa. Where is Hawa in the Quran by name? Where is she? Where is the name Hawa in the Quran?
So, sorry.
What year did Mary come? 4,000 years after Adam and Eve. So why would you choose a Jewish woman from Israel and put her name in the Quran and not one Arab woman? Why? You're proud of being Arab. So where are the women? Where are the women? Where are the women?
Mariam was Arab, so you just...
Where are the women in Arab? Where are the Arab women in the Quran?
But she was Arab.
Who?
Mariam was Arab.
Are you a fool? What tribe?
I don't know what tribe she came from.
Well, so you made it up.
But how can I make it up? She came from
There are 12 tribes of Israel.
It's Palestine
How
Arab.
many tribes are there among the
Palestine was Arab, so...
So what tribe?
I don't know what tribe, I don't know the tribe.
So how could she be the mother of the Messiah if she was not from the king tribe?
What tribe is she from? What tribe is she? Enlighten me. What tribe is she from?
So why are you telling lies?
I'm telling you she's Arab.
Who told you Mary was an Arab? Mary, the mother of Jesus, was an Arab? Really?
She's a Jew. She's a Jew, yeah?
She's Jewish. So are the Jews a tribe of the Arabs? Okay.
Yeah, I know that, I know.
We don't stick German.
You wind them up. Cyrus. What was her name? It's a thing for spring. It's a festival of spring.
Your wife has to hug someone else. The wife who said if she's okay,
He's with us.
So, I
want the Palestinians to be as well educated as the Israelis. I will give you those fights. God is down there. I want to bless everyone.
Yo guys, come over, start talking about the JQ, start talking about how Jews control the banks, how Jews they open borders.
Do they not? Open society.
He's saying Jews.
George Soros.
He said literally the JQ. What do you think the J stands for in the JQ?
Listen.
You're hype boy.
Yeah, but listen, right. But you know my stance. You know my stance.
I didn't mention
I
the
don't
JQ.
believe George Soros is a Jew. I believe he's a Satan. I believe he pretends to be Jewish, like the Bible has prophesied. I believe those that pretend to be Jewish but are not, fundamentally, and you understand that. So that's not the same thing as saying he's a Jew. No, there is a question. The question is that there are people that happen to be doing this stuff that say they're Jewish but they're actually Satanists. That's the best way you're going to get the
show me how George Soros is a Satanist.
Show you how he's a Satanist.
He promotes the mutilation of children.
Lots of people do that aren't Satanists.
No, he actually puts money into it.
He enables it.
Let's say all of that's true, and I don't know if it is, but let's say all of that. Let's say all of that is true. Right? How do you know that he's a Satanist? That's quite a leap. So lots of people do bad things.
Evil manifest, mate. It is the epitome. It is pure evil incarnate. It's just.
So why is he a Satanist and the Rothschilds are Jewish?
No. They're Satanists too.
Okay,
they're Satanists too. This is what I'm saying. Anyone that you think we're saying is Jewish, we're not saying they're Jewish. We're saying they're Satanists.
Okay. So,
but you still think that's anti-Semitic?
To go around calling successful Jews Satanists, yes, I do.
No, not successful Jews. Not just successful Jews. Successful Jews that are them spending their money.
What did the Rothschilds do that made them Satanists?
What did the Rothschilds do? What does their money get spent on?
You tell me. You're the ones coming around saying call them Satanists.
What do you suppose? Taking Palestine.
What do you suppose? Well, yeah, this is a thing as well.
That's a good example.
That's a very.
It's got his name on it. It's got Lord Rothschild. Yeah.
The Balfour Declaration.
Right. That's
so. Any Jew that was involved in the creation of Israel is now a Satanist.
No.
So any Jew who was involved in the creation of Israel is a Zionist. Listen, Jim, and you keep up. Wait, I know say the day, and you've been talking to all your friends over with the rainbow flags. But
is he being underhand?
What about Palestine?
Can we do Jim's racism first, and then we can come on to Palestine? I'm happy to talk to your audience again. Hey, you want another viral video, and I'll give you your viral video, but you have to wait.
Video, that's you.
Mate, you do run it from the channel, mate. See who else don't like.
So again, everybody that you're pointing to all these Jews as bad people,
Satanists,
and then you're saying they're Satanists.
I've got no evidence apart from their behaviour in society.
So, and I asked you, what have the Rothschilds done that you object to?
Yeah, and what have they done that I object to? And I reckon they own everything. Yeah? No, it's history. Like I'm saying, you can laugh it off all you want, yeah, but if you look it up...
What's your evidence?
Literally history books and shit.
Give me a history book that says the Rothschilds own everything.
I'll find one for you.
No, you start this every week.
Okay, maybe they don't own everything or whatever, but they are very powerful and they do own a lot. They have a lot of power within government.
You know that the Quaker banks absolutely dwarf the Rothschild banks.
Okay.
Do you know the Quaker banks, for instance?
Right, no.
Do you know any of them? Barclays.
Right, yes.
Quakers. Yes. Lloyds.
Yes.
Quakers.
Right.
Some of the biggest banks that came out of the UK were controlled by Quakers. Nobody goes around. They're the form of denomination of Christianity. No one goes around saying the Quakers control the global money supply and the Satanists.
I would say they're Satanists. I would say they're
You're saying the Quakers. He's calling you Satanists.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, my bro. That's exactly right. Do you get it yet? It's not about Jews. So it ain't about Jews, it's about Satanists.
You are a liar!
Them Quakers are Satanists too. Hey!
You are a liar!
No.
I am the Messiah! I've been prepared! You are borrowed what Jesus.
It's Paul Trolley.
It's Paul
Trolley.
No, Jesus. I didn't pretend you borrowed what Jesus.
It's Paul Trolley.
Get lost. You idiot.
This is so aggressive.
You're a hypocrite. You get lost. I am Messiah.
What do you think about the protests in Israel?
So we can talk afterwards. I'll do this. I will do an Israel thing with you. I just want to wrap up. I want to wrap up with my friend
You don't
trolls
feel,
Jews.
Right, you don't feel, as a Jew, that you are cousins of the Muslims. It's the main point that we're trying to... Yeah, that's what we're getting at.
So, as I said, I called Christians and Muslims my brothers.
But I was asking if there was any theological belief behind it, if there was any theological reasoning, sound reasoning.
Jews have no... In the Jewish tradition, there's no awareness of Muhammad. So whether Muhammad descends from Ishmael or not...
So you're not cousins?
Listen, whether Muhammad descends from Ishmael or not, it's for the Muslims. If they tell us that he descends, then yes, we're cousins to Muhammad and his line. Spiritually, yes, we're related. We pray to the same God. Jews are absolutely fine saying that we pray to the same God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But who do you believe
Good point. Yes. Anything should be said. He's been there. Yeah. Did you know those two things?
They're stopping the war, right? They want to make war. I am stopping the war. It's not a radical. It's not a private talk. It's one of the you know, I'm not a radical. That's for the privatised the gas, remember? In the 80s. And the electric. Everyone voted Conservative. And the big
He wasn't happy.
from slavery from Egypt. British.
Fight is older than the existence of this country.
The British and it was Aisha who was the narrator. Aisha who was the narrator. Should I not relate myself to the He said, when it was my turn,
I just came in. I think it's beaten. I think it's no, this is great.
What was the other guy?
It's about divorce. No, sorry, it's about having sex with your wife whenever you want, however you want.
By the way, one of your conversations, I recorded, put it up, and they, no, it's someone sent a link.
What channel are you on? Are you YouTube channel? What is it?
The Israelites will return to take down Islam.
Oh, that's your channel. Okay.
Yeah, it's going hard.
No, what is this? Interesting what the link there. Sometimes you get this, that's why I read from the comment. Because sometimes they'll send stuff.
Get your eyes on it, John. You haven't got any eyes. That's women.
stood there a long time. Then we did the same 3 times. And then he returned, and I also returned. He hastened his steps, and I also hastened my steps. He ran, and I too ran. He came to the house. And I also came to the house. I, however, preceded him, and I entered the house. And I lay down in the bed. Entered the house and said, "Why is it, Aisha, that you are out of breath?" I said, "There is nothing." He said, "Tell me, the simple and the aware before me." I said, "You seem to Allah. Father, mother, and answer." Then I told him the whole story. He said, "Was it the darkness of your shadow that I saw placed on you?" I said, "Yes." He struck me on his chest and then said, "You think she said, whatsoever the people can see of Allah will not anyone. He said, no, he doesn't say
erratic. He's so erratic that
he wouldn't have, like, I was on to him and he was like this. He was like hair. He kept turning, So I kept spinning him down, and then when you threw that one in, it was like, then he used that. Whoa. Wow. Yes. Wow.
Man, is there any need for this? Go that crazy?
I did a video in relation to that as well, where it explains about how there's one of the hadiths that Muhammad says that as long as as they worship Allah and do the prayers, etc., they will wait the paradise. So I'm not saying that he's an adulterer or a thief, but I'm saying that he could be any kind of crazy stuff, as long as what Allah wants. No. The Prophet was revealed at different times. It contradicts each other.
People say Jesus is a prophet.
But you see, they get taken out.
The Bible says Jesus was a prophet.
Jesus operated in the office of a prophet. That does not mean he's just a prophet.
So he was a prophet.
Right?
So he was a prophet.
Understand?
So he was a prophet.
Jesus operated in many offices.
So what Jesus?
Right?
What Jesus? Hold on.
Jesus is priest, prophet, king, son of God. God. Listen.
I apologize.
Born again? Are you born again? Are you born again?
Comes to you by his spirit and reveals to you.
Are you born again? How old was you when you became born again?
25.
You are too old to be born.
25.
25-year-old. How can you be born?
I was
Bigger than your mother.
of age when I became born again by the word of God.
Okay, answer my question. Did Mary pray to Jesus?
Hallelujah.
About health? Mother of Jesus, Mary prayed to Jesus.
Into the fire, and then Allah will send the angels to take out the fire. And the way you identify them is with the mark of prostration on their forehead.
You say God is great, but you don't believe. I tell you about God is not for. God is so great. He can be in heaven. Okay, can God and at the same time on earth.
Okay, what Jesus crucified? What Jesus crucified? Did Jesus die? Did God die?
Yes.
Did Almighty God die?
Yes.
You need a doctor. Call the
Yeah, I know, but
he says I'm just a clear warner.
well,
He says I don't even know if I'm going to make it. So the Muslims are following someone that's around 46:9.
but
46 verse 9.
what does it say, Muhammad?
No, and it's referring to him. He says that, and he says that he's just a warner, that he doesn't know if he's going to make it.
In your Bible,
And that made the Muslims panic. Because if a guy we're following who doesn't know if he's going to make it, how do we know what he's going to make it?
Who's Almighty? Who's Almighty?
I am alive forevermore.
Did your Almighty die? Did your Almighty die? How is Almighty if he dies? Okay. Listen.
My God died.
Okay, your God died.
My God rose. And God lives forever.
Okay, listen.
And ever.
Listen. Who's coming? Okay, you listen. Can I speak? I don't want. Can I speak? In your Bible,
in the Gospel according to John, chapter 5, verse 33, Jesus said, what did Jesus say? Jesus said, by myself I can do nothing. I judge as I hear. My judgment is just. I seek not to please myself, but him who sent me. Who sent Jesus? Who sent Jesus? Let's go along. Jesus Christ put on flesh. He became man. He became a man. So God, the creator, became creation. To die for our sins. What do we do? All God forgive, I forgive you. My God, your way will lead you to way higher. Your way and my God are higher. Your way will lead you to hospital. So
Sahih Muslim 1858 says, it is reported by Abu Sayyid that the Messenger of Allah said, the permanent inhabitants of the fire are those who are doomed to it. And verily, they will neither die nor live in it. But the people who the fire will afflict temporarily on account of their sins, also said the narrator, on account of their misdeeds. So those are the narrators changing what he said. He will cause them to die till they will be turned into charcoal. Then they will be granted intercession and will be brought into rooms. They will be spread on the rivers of paradise. He said, the inhabitants of paradise pour water over them, and they will sprout forth like the sprouting of seed and silk by flood. A man among the people said, it appears that the Messenger of Allah lived in the city.
That's the point, man.
That's the point. He says that the ones who are not to be affected they'll be turned into charcoal, and then the people they go back to life.
Have you got a brain? You got a brain. How can you get
Don't even know
God and then God out of
You have no idea. Well, no salvation unless you're a martyr, unless you die in battle, trying to kill Christians. Yeah, then you'll get to paradise. Yeah, unbelievers in general. Right. You kill Muslims, that's okay. You kill unbelievers, that's okay.
So the thing is, so that
I wonder why so many of them want to fight.
but that's the interesting thing about it, that they're doing all this fighting, not thinking once that it's a scam. Because we'll work out how it's a scam. Now why is it it's the ones who fight and die, and you don't even have to pay them money to die, just promise them something. So,
I think the thing is, Muhammad wanted people to kill and die for him, so that he could gain power. That's where it stemmed from. And then the rulers who rule also want these people to kill and die for them. So they propagate that.
My God is love.
So that these people will be enthusiastic to go to war. That's the whole point. To get the rulers rich and powerful, like Muhammad and the rest of them. That's what it's really about.
But you can tell anyway, there is a classic difference between Islam and what's in the Bible. You must know the King David. Do you know when he went to battle? Where do you think he was in the battle?
At the front.
Yeah, but where in the front? Right at the front.
Okay.
So he's the one coming with the blade straight.
Okay.
And there's even a part where, I don't know if I can find it, where but just to paraphrase, he was fighting with another of his mighty warriors, and they're fighting, and everyone else had ducked out, and they were, the two of them were there, just fighting back to back.
We are living God.
So anyone who joined his army didn't have to worry. They didn't have to join it. They go to the fight. As a chair, no, he's the one actually out there, shooting the blade, and they follow him.
I mean, there's a classic story of Muhammad in the Battle of Uhud, and he was outflanked. And he told his bodyguards to go that direction, and then he was wearing 2 sheets of armor, and he went that direction. He tried to climb a mountain. He couldn't climb because he was wearing 2 sheets of armor.
Right.
Because previously, before the battle, yeah, they had a little skirmish, and he told the people that God will reward those who are wearing 1 sheet of armor.
Right.
And then those people got killed. So after that, he now wears 2 sheets of armor. But in the Battle of Uhud, when he was surprised, he couldn't escape because he wore 2 sheets of armor. But he told his men to go that direction, and he went in the opposite direction. He escaped the battle.
I will prepare.
He told his men that he would see them in paradise, and then he went the other direction.
I will prepare.
And he was escaping, a stone came, and it's all in the Sirah. But he escaped. But he lost. But the Muslims lost that battle.
Yeah, but if you saw in the Sirah,
But he told his men to go that direction, and you'll see them in paradise. And then he went and he escaped the battle. So his men died, the security people died, but he lived.
Scholars will say that one is Daif, because it's in the Sirah. Because in the Sirah they can choose which one to say it's
but it's commonly understood that the Muslims lost the battle of Uhud. And if you read any hadith on the battle of Uhud, anything, even from the Muslims, they'll recognize that he was wearing 2 sheets of armor, and either he pretended he was dead in the battle, he was killed, or he ran away. And the security, he said he would see them in paradise. And then that made me laugh when I saw that.
I suppose that's the thing about it, is that
because he wasn't eager to get to paradise himself. And this is all going to be there, man. You'll be in trouble.
Well, it's just
Black that out. I should be talking to you. People are on camera, man.
well, they can't see you anyway. It's space.
Yeah,
but the thing about it,
to be honest, you shouldn't do secret camera. You shouldn't do secret filming. But anyway, go on.
you can't see this. And, yeah. Because it's a similar thing with Jesus as well. Because we talk about this sometimes as well. When I talk with other Christians, the fact that in Islam they send the young guys out to die, whereas with the way it worked with Jesus,
Which is why the only verse of the Quran that promises paradise is chapter 9, 111. And that's if you be a martyr.
yeah.
That's the only one in the whole book. The other verses say you might make it, you could make it, probably depends. It even tells the Christians and the Jews in the beginning that they might make it. But then he changed his mind. Change his mind. Sharing. When it gets to 385, chapter 3, people 385 where it says no one but the Muslims will get to paradise. And then the way they get to paradise is chapter 9, 111. So I'm giving you your God, and I'm giving you your life and your property. For the gardens of paradise, you die, you fight in the cause of Allah, so you kill until you are killed. Yeah, so I've given you your life, I've given you property, I've given you money. Yeah, if you want to get to paradise, you have to kill until you are killed. Who do you have to kill? Very next, 9123, the disbelievers that are near to you. And why do you have to kill them? The very next surah, 929, those who don't believe in Allah, because they don't believe in Allah.
It's an interesting one. It says, This is a true promise upon him in the Torah and the Gospel and the Quran. So I thought they were corrupt. It's just a way that you have to push it as you push it hard. So they kill and are killed. Upon him in the Torah and the Gospel and the Quran. So it's lovely. You trust in your transaction, but you have contracts with it. And it is that which is the great attainment. So this is why he actually can hear them. That's how they actually preach it. That go back to the contract in Allah, paradise. Go and fight. So Muslims will just sit doing their prayers and enjoying their life. On a contract, like those guys in Syria.
That's why Quran chapter 495 says Allah prefers those who go out and fight over those who stay at home. And the fly man puts his hands up and says, what about me? And then probably gets a revelation. Except for you blind people.
How do you guys? Right?
Yeah. It's like a word like Oh, I don't really like Solange. I mean, no. I must admit. Another guy comes in and I mean to if you stop it, you have to go away from it. No. He's Christian. He's a Christian. He believes in Christ. And you, Suraj, one day. Okay, fine. Come back to me then.
I don't interrupt you.
Okay, fine. Come back to me.
No.
Hey guys, Suraj!
I don't want to interrupt you.
Alright, well, round four.
I can't.
Alright, change this way.
We already talked. No, I don't interrupt you.
Oh, you like debating him?
No, he will.
You be
I don't interrupt you. No. Question. Even Chris, question. As long as you talk nice, I don't interrupt you. If a Muslim, I never interrupt you. No, you do. So now, please, I wanted you to tell me. Can we go there, please? No, it's about they become like angels. So I just want you to explain that. I'm not on camera. Well, what is this different chapter? Kick me to the I just came today. Wait, I did not say they told me something and I lost it. He died for that in the cross and he said, Jesus said for him.
I had an earlier debate, but gay press, women's debate. I think hijab's going to get into a lot of trouble because that's the kind of thing you're supposed to keep secret. You're not supposed to tell that to everybody. You don't want them to know. Isn't a marriage based on trust? Like this marriage should be based on trust, is it? It should be based on trust. I want to go to there. Bring it up with someone.
What was great there before? Before was great there.
Would you like to answer? Because I ain't got an answer.
Have you seen my friend?
Yeah, it's just out. Do you understand? It's interesting that I know she's interested
when he first came, I debated with him. Muta was our subject matter, and it didn't go well for him. And then as soon as he found out I was Christian, he didn't want to debate because he plays on diversion, doesn't he? If you can't divert, and if you can't mention the Bible, then he's lost. If you can't mention the Bible, he's lost. He don't defend. I've never heard this. If I knew he's intelligent. I give him maybe guy is not cool. His behaviour is not cool. He's an intelligent lad. I mean, he can quote chapter and verse. If he understands the verse, I don't know, but he can quote. He's not an idiot. He's a smart guy. He's a smart lad. No, he's intelligent. You don't give credit. So, have you debated with anyone?
Come on, let's go and debate. I don't know who to debate. He's stuck.
Okay, I'll follow you. I'll follow the white man.
The white man.
As what's his name said.
You gotta follow white man.
still
Are you guys? You're not.
But do you know people down there?
Because it's the last mission. You know what?
The important thing to note is that in the Bible,
either in this life or in the next.
They might know it's easier to like come and try and do something. But if you know other people, then they know that they know you know those other people as well, and that they put them on.
It does not say complain. And then I show you explain that. Eternal life. You want eternal life? Eternal life? Eternal life? Read the commandment. That's the old one. That's what Jesus said. That's what Jesus said. He said the new one from the pool. Where does he say? Where from the left? Where?
I think there's that extra step. With the mother, bringing that you to God. That's the one way to God.
Jesus is the only way. The only way.
Yeah, I don't want to you have to
only Lord Jesus Christ away from us to heaven. When you know Allah besides
Well, it's like 4 years. Guy, I was trying to talk to him.
Which guy?
No, the Catholic guy. But you see, 4 years likes to choose him as a victim. But they might have finished, I don't know. He's yeah. All right.
Traditional Catholics, like I would consider myself as quite a traditional Catholic that I still quite especially considering to a lot of Gen Z Catholics that YouTube channels, because they're very much psychopathic I think they would benefit hugely from considering Islam as an alternative, because many of their disillusionments with the Catholic Church are real, but they will find out in Islam. They run the role of men and women, for example. What is a man, what is a woman, how are we to live our lives as families, and so on. There are incredible answers in Islam which have sadly been lost now in the context which no longer teaches these things at all. Now, since I think I mean, you may believe them, but in general, I don't hear them from the church. And I get the feed from the Catholic Church. I like to know what they're doing, and they never talk about these things. They talk about some good things. They talk about poverty and so on. Yeah, that's good. But when it comes to men and women, it's all it's just like the rest of the culture. It's like, well, men and women should go out to work and they should be treated equally, and feminism is okay. What? This is not what you're talking about, and it's not the religion, the healthy way that we should live our lives. Because men and women are different, and they have different roles and so on.
Usually, actually got more businesses
really is the only one preserving God's religion without change.
But it's without Christ and religion.
Of course.
So that's why.
The Gospels present Jesus in the early tradition as denies in Mark chapter 10, he denies him. In Mark chapter 12, he affirms the Shema, which is the creed of
You're right. No, I heard in that, you know the video on Soko, you said...
Sorry?
You know the video on Soko, you said that you were a lecturer.
Yeah, I just retired.
All right, okay. So
yep, I'm a pensioner now.
Right, so what subject did you lecture on?
Business studies, economics, and history. Those are my majors.
Right. Okay.
For the last few years, I've been teaching economics.
Yeah, but was it at a college in London? Okay.
I might do some freelance consultancy work for some colleges, especially if I've got exams to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's no problem. But I really just wanted to get away from college life. The students we have these days, young people, they're so disruptive, even in college. Yeah, I'm not joking. And some of my colleagues are also fed up as well. They would love to leave, but they can't because they don't have pension age yet.
Yeah.
So they're looking at me and say, oh, you're going to retire, have a wonderful time. I said, yeah, I'm out of this place.
but have you, I don't know if you thought of it, you know Jay Smith?
Yeah.
Because when you look at him, you can tell he's obviously must be retired, you know, with how he looks. But what he does online stuff.
Well, Jay is not a college professor as such like I was. What he does is that he's a missionary from a Baptist Methodist group in Pennsylvania. So they support him and doing mission work. But when he was here in London for about 20, 30, 25 years, he enrolled at SOAS, School of Oriental African Studies, University. So while there, Professor Horting and one or two other professors who were secular people, not Christians, they were really digging deep into the historical origins of Islam and the Quran. So the materials they were doing was completely at odds of what we now call the standard Islamic narrative, right? And it's demolished the Muslims. So he would bring the materials to us. So we would put them out in the public domain for people to see and reflect on what was found. And it was all coming from a university, which was excellent. So he got his degree and also the materials which we used to write books and pamphlets for people to look at. So some of the stuff we discovered was that, yes, there's more than one Arab Quran. Like these, for example, in my poster.
Well, the Muslim scholars knew that from 1,000 years back anyway. So
these young Muslims, they don't like the material we're looking at because we're asking critical questions about history. Now, I'm a history major, not just economics. So I look at research materials to find out what's really going on. So to me, it was excellent stuff. We loved it. So I wrote a book which was out of publication now. So for 30 years, there's been more and more research materials coming up. So much. You can write 10, 20 books now.
Actually, have you seen the latest book that he's talking about with Al-Fadi called the, what's it called? Something to do with the creation of the Quran. I think the title is a bit like that. But apparently there's some a researcher is going into the history. Because he's trying to find out who physically
wrote it.
Or put it together.
Because nobody can testify he did as an eyewitness. Right? So everything that we look at from a historical point of view is That stuff is ancient. When we look at the historical materials for the New Testament, for example, we're looking at authors like Matthew Levi, Matthew's Gospel, maximum AD 54. Because the Ahmadiyas who show he was already writing, and people were copying Matthew in sermons and everywhere. It was decimated in the first century. Paul comes along, becomes a follower of Christ, so he writes 14 books. And all of them are written before AD 70. Right? General Titus, under Vespasian, comes along and destroyed the city of Jerusalem and the temple. So there are no more records, but the New Testament is already all over the Middle East. So we've got multiple manuscripts. They're found in Africa, in Ethiopia, Cyrene, Egypt, Armenia, all the countries in the Middle East. But the Quran, you can't do that. They're missing holes, the gaps there.
But actually, I was having a conversation with a Muslim in Croydon yesterday, and so we were talking about the crucifixion. So he said, so he was saying to me that there weren't any witnesses to it. Carry on. So I said to him that there was. So what I did is I go out Luke, I think it's Luke 26, is it? No, at the end where on the Emmaus Road.
Emmaus Road.
And so I said, so I read it out to him where it actually said what the two men were saying. You know what they said to Jesus? And they actually said that he was convicted by the conviction.
Dialogue?
And then he was crucified. So that's actually evidence. So they're saying that happened.
Because they were there and people were talking about it. It was big news.
And here's what made it worse is that, so he said to me, okay, who's the eyewitness? Was Luke an eyewitness? And so I said, he came afterwards. But then if you look at that, actually, what he said, he gives the name of one of the guys. So I told him that, yes, we would, if we had to bring a court case, then we bring Luke into the court, and then he would go and get this guy. And bring him in. As an eyewitness. And what you think about it is that they don't even have to go to hell. But we actually have an eyewitness who testified.
Well, you can go further. A number of years ago, I was going to write a play searching a courtroom, prosecution, defense, an eyewitness trick in. Right. So you'd have Peter. Peter would say, right, Peter, what happened on the Mount of Olives? You cut the man's ear off? Yes, Your Honor. Why did you do that? I was trying to defend Jesus. Jesus, what happened? Oh, I put the ear back on. Oh, Thomas, what happened after the 8 days? All the apostles before you said they seen Jesus back from the dead. You're the one that was saying, I haven't seen him, I don't believe you. So on the 8th day, what happened? I did see him. And I confessed, my Lord and my God. Oh, so now you believe? Yes, because I saw you. Jesus actually said, touch me where they put the nails. I didn't have to do them because I could say that, it's certainly him. And what happened to Thomas? He died in India as a martyr. Oh, and you could track in all the others. Paul, in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, he says there are over 500 people that saw Jesus in one gathering. How many people are in the speaker's corner right now? 200 at the most. They're not 500. But all these will be eyewitnesses. Now, if one witness testifies for 10 minutes, how many minutes is that? Each one says, I saw Jesus, I saw Jesus. That's 500 times 10. 5,000 minutes. You spend a whole week just examining the witnesses one by one. The court records, okay, John, you say he was there, Peter, Matthew, why you say it's John, etc., etc., etc. That's enough to bury you. Full of witnesses. Second, what happened to the stone at the tomb? Who took it away? The Romans did it. They were guarding it. Where's the dead body? It's not in. What happened to the soldiers? They run to the Jewish high priest. Help. Now, why would Roman soldiers who were trying to kill the Jews go to the Jewish high priest and think, please tell the governor. And they said, okay, we'll keep it quiet. Because they were scared stiff. But how could you scare a Roman soldier on duty?
True.
When the penalty for a Roman soldier was death. Straight away by his commander. Sorry,
oh no, I was just going to say, and another thing is that, you know, this is one thing I get from Muslims multiple times, is that, you know, when Jesus died on the cross, they keep on saying that, which apostle or which disciple knew that he was dead. But I just read it, said no, it's a Roman soldier.
The Roman soldier said it.
And then what they say, and so then they say, oh, so you're saying, well, I say to them, so you're saying that the Roman soldier, he made a mistake, and he said Jesus was dead, but he wasn't.
Wow!
No, that's what they'll say.
That is not logical.
Yeah, no, but that's why. So I explained to them that he's a soldier.
Yes.
This soldier will fight. If you're fighting someone and you think you kill them, then you turn your back. If you made a mistake, what would happen to you?
You'll be killed.
Yeah, so a soldier is not going to make a mistake.
And then the second thing is that Roman soldier was under the authority of the centurion.
Yeah.
Now, if he didn't do his job, what's going to happen to the soldier? He'll be killed.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? What's your question?
Who's Satan's synagogue?
Sorry?
Satan's synagogue. Who would you say is Satan's synagogue?
Samaritans. Samaritans.
It says that they claim they are
Yes,
Jews.
Samaritans. Yes. In the first century, you know who the Samaritans were? Okay. Do you know who they were?
I know a little bit.
Okay, they were identified to Jewish people, but they were not Jews. They were a mixture of Jews and certain other people like Moabites who live in what we now call Jordan. Now, they borrowed a lot of teachings. They were very good at mixing them up. He's found in Rome, Italy, teaching a mixture of religion. So they designed a synagogue.
Okay, but in a modern day scenario,
Even Christians, when I ask this from you all the time, when I ask them,
brother, you just ran from us.
He said it's not in the
He wasn't ignoring, he answered your question.
No, he didn't answer. He said it's not in the Old Testament, therefore he exposed.
No, but it wasn't quoted to
No, he lied. I swear, no,
you know it's not
lying.
Do you have any disagreements with anything? Like, what do you find?
No,
about the Islamic?
you know what I don't understand? No, what I don't understand is, you know what I don't understand is Christians here come here, they tell us Jesus is the way and the truth. In order you to justify, no wait, in order you to justify that point saying Jesus is the way and the truth, you have to believe and have same God as Jesus. If your God is different God than the God of Jesus, then you believe Jesus is not the way and the truth.
You know my problem with the Islamic Jesus? Can you tell me what his purpose is?
Jesus, yes, I can tell you. Jesus of Islam is same as other prophets. We believe Jesus born as miracle. As miracle.
He would his purpose was to convey a message, yeah?
Oh, same as other prophets.
Every other prophet.
Because I need to know.
I'm gonna get.
You know what happens? If you look at prophets, right? From the beginning, right? From Adam. to Noah and all the prophets, Abraham, David, Jonah, all of the prophets they've been. Well, one of them is like Christian, but they continue. Even Judaism, Jewish people, even them law, and accepting the Son of God. Wait, not completely. To Noah, Abraham, none of them mention about Son of God, calm down. You see, come at the flood. None of them preaches like that. So, as Muslims, we come back to what the preaching was from the beginning, from the Noah, Abraham, David, Jonah, Solomon. Do you get it? Yeah. So we got it. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna get there. Let him finish.
We got linked with the true Bible.
Guys, you have to give him a chance to speak as well. Give him a chance to speak. I want to hear
when he's finished. Give me a couple of minutes.
So what we say, brother, we say the religion that we follow is no different than the religion of Noah, Abraham, David, Jonah. But only problem between us and you is like when it comes Jesus came in, you guys make him like a God. You see, as a Muslim, we don't make him as a God because why we don't make him as a God? The reason why God told us that he was born without any man touch Mary, the word of God, basically. And word was born by a coon. You see, the problem like it suddenly been changed the message from day one till Jesus came in through your faith, Christian faith. It's suddenly changed. But Muslim said no, it hasn't been changed. It's still the same. But you guys misunderstood.
What was Jesus' message? What I'm trying to get.
La ilaha illallah. There is no God, there is no deity, worthy or worship except him.
That's the problem I have with this is that we have the earliest records of straight after Jesus. No more than over about 90 AD, 100 AD.
Can you tell me about...
Let me finish. So we have all of these sources telling us what Jesus was teaching in the Gospels. Those Gospels.
I was in
Who is seated at the right hand of the mighty God in heaven? Jesus. Who is mighty God in heaven? And Jesus is mighty God. Is Jesus mighty God? Two mighty gods. Thank you very much.
Okay. Here's another verse. No. Why are you running away? 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 Let me give you my word. Hold on. Let me give you a word.
Fully God, fully man.
No, he's fully God, fully man.
And in heaven, he's seated at the right hand.
Can you tell your friends?
Mighty God in heaven.
Can you tell your friends?
He said there are two mighty God in heaven.
No.
When I came here, there's calculation with this one.
Hebrews 11, God called Jesus, God the Father called Jesus. Lemon, listen. You are exposed. Hebrew 11 exposes you. In there, Hebrew 11,
he's going to call the impostor.
Okay.
I can prove to you.
God called Jesus God. God called Jesus God. God called Jesus God.
The writer of Hebrews said Paul is an impostor. I can hear.
No.
I've studied Paul. I've studied the epistles.
No, you haven't studied anything. You didn't know anything about Psalms 110. You haven't answered Psalms 110.
No.
Again, you asked me, I told you in Hebrews 11,
he comes here Sunday, disturbing the dais, telling them they are running away from them. You are running away from soon. But now you are exposed.
No, you are exposed. You are exposed because you cannot answer.
What is the Lord's Prayer? What? The Lord's Prayer. You know it's the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
It's possibility. I want you to know. The Lord's Prayer. He doesn't know.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yes.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Our Lord in heaven.
In the beginning, when he was praying, what happened when he finished praying? When Jesus was praying, when he finished praying, what did the disciples tell him?
What did he say?
Show us to pray. Yeah. Just ask.
Okay, before you do that,
he doesn't know.
Why don't you want to?
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Why don't you want to hear this? You want to hear Hebrews 11. You want to hear Hebrews 11. Are you afraid of Hebrews 11? Are you afraid of Hebrews 11?
Hebrews
11 states. Okay, here's what it says. Now, fruits of the Spirit.
No, Paul Jesus, not Paul.
Muhammad's a liar. Huh? Muhammad's a liar. Muhammad, yeah, I know.
You're not in the debate. 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 Okay. The Holy Spirit start for you, tell the same thing. If you want, you come and debate with me after. No, you won't come. No, you won't come and debate.
Being God. Okay, Hebrews 1. Hebrews 1 says, Hebrews 1:4 says, being made so much better than the angels, as he had by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they.
You've made my day.
Are you going to be rude?
No.
Are you rude? Are you rude?
Can you hear that?
Are you rude?
When this man
are you not going to let me speak?
He's
not going to let me speak. That's his way of debating. That's why nobody wants to debate him. He doesn't want me to say anyway. Are you going to be quiet? Give me 2 minutes. I'll let you speak. I'll let you speak. Oh, so you want me to go away? He wants me to go away because he wants to make it. What expose? Expose what? What are you exposing?
Hebrews is by Paul. Call Jesus.
Okay, so you're saying Hebrews is by Paul, so whatever it says, I'm not going to believe it.
I want the word of Jesus. Okay. Word of Jesus.
What do you mean word of Jesus? Word of Jesus has said. Okay.
You want to see his God was a big.
I told you before when he was brought to.
You are interested to say.
Tell him to be quiet so I can show him.
Okay, go.
Please. I have a couple of minutes to show you that Jesus claimed to be God.
No, I'll give you 3 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Crime that he could be put to death. They couldn't find a crime on Jesus that they could put him to death. So the Pharisee got up, the high priest, and came to Jesus and said, are you the son of the blessed? Meaning, are you the son of God? And what
Come on, get rich! Get rich, everybody! This is the answer to all our problems. If everybody's rich, nobody wants to play.
Anytime, anywhere. That's not speech. That is the screams and shouts. Someone screams and shouts here. Someone screams and shouts here while you're trying to speak. And then I say, when that happens, I say, okay, hang on. So that I can be heard without straining my voice. That's all. That's Speaker's Corner. Speaker must be able to speak and be heckled and be challenged, but within a certain parameter to be able to be heard by those who wish to be heard.
People are attracted to the religion. People will have been.
But listen, can I arbitrate you a little bit? Everybody's aired their grievances now. So we all
That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine.
Unless your little kind of pitbull there is going to start shouting,
He's not my pitbull at all. He's not my pitbull at all. I took him on a minute ago, and I said a minute ago, the only reason he does what he does is because he's a frustrated speaker who never learned to get up on the platform and speak himself. That's all it is. Of course you have. I'll give you a ladder, my friend.
This is part of the course.
Look, this one's disaster.
I'm always getting.
Where was I?
Having mini meetings. Who cares? That's not the point.
The issue was King Charles. Now, I read in the news this morning two scary stories. One is King Charles by hidden triangles,
من هذه النقطة ما تصبش الخدام ما يخلصوها.
I'm not going to accuse your prophet of no. When Ali was married to Fatima,
he didn't say it's haram. Don't allow him to marry.
It's the most populated course. Are you there? Very well
You say it doesn't. No, I mean.
But God demonstrated His love towards us.
Why do the Christians destroy where's Victor gone? Where's Victor? Oh, where's Victor
Just a question. The Son of the Blessed One, he said. The Son of the Blessed One. The Son of the Blessed One. The Son of the Blessed One. The Son of the Blessed One.
I was going to say,
in case you're interested, I bought my wash yeah, but there's a reason for it, no? No.
People are saying once they found Islam, they found peace, they found God.
But here's the problem though. Yeah, because I was thinking about this last night, and you know in the world we have a lot of problems.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and so we have people, we have like big businesses doing their evil and whatever. So you think that don't you think that the creator should do something about it? Do you think the creator should do something about the evil in the world?
Yeah, but I can explain to you regarding that.
Right.
So basically what it is, men have given freedom of speech, freedom of living their life, free will.
Yeah.
Because we have been given free will, we as human beings right now at the moment are deviating from God. Because this was prophesied. The reason why why people are deviating from God is because they forgot the Creator.
Yeah.
And they forgot the real message of all religions, which is the coming of the Messiah.
Yeah.
So because we as human beings have not recognized them yet.
Oh, but Muslims don't believe. The Sunni Muslims don't believe, huh?
I'm not a Sunni, bro.
yeah. But you said all. Because you're
no,
from...
Sunnis, they do believe that. They believe that the Messiah woke up.
But it's the Messiah for Israel, though.
Sorry?
That's the Messiah for Israel, not the Muslims.
What do you mean?
No, the Messiah they're talking about is he was sent for Israel.
That was the first Messiah. The second Messiah is going to be for the whole world, because he's going to be under the banner of the first Jesus and Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Right.
Because Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came for whole mankind. All the prophets prior to him came only for nations.
Right.
Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was the only prophet that came for the whole mankind. So after him, there will be the Messiah. The Messiah, his teaching will be all based on the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's teaching, the Quran, the Sunnah, the Hadiths.
But that's what you believe as Ahmadiyya. But do the Sunnis believe?
They do. That's what they believe. But some of them have been brainwashed to believe something different. But this is actually the real teaching of Islam, which they're forgetting.
Okay, but apparently, because I heard a Muslim, I spoke to a Muslim here called Saeed, and he said that the Mahdi was supposed to come. But do Ahmadiyyas believe in the Mahdi?
Of course.
Right.
Of course we do. That's the reason why we're here.
Right. So, but is the Mahdi going to be like a successor to Ghulam Ahmad?
No. Ghulam Ahmad is the Messiah. He is the second coming.
Right.
But there is going to be successors after him, which is as known as successors or Khilafah.
Yeah.
This is what we believe in, the Khilafah.
So
that's it, which is established today, after him.
Okay, so the Messiah, as far as you know, is he going to be human or?
Of course, human. He's going to be born as a normal human being.
Right. So let's see what, because I asked this Sunni Muslim about the Mahdi, and he said that the Mahdi wasn't going to be that superhuman. He would be a normal human, but he'd be protected by God. Is that what you mean?
He is protected by God, just like Isa was protected by God, like Jesus was, Moses was, Abraham. They're all protected by God. In certain ways, they are all protected by God.
Okay.
And everywhere they're protected by God.
Yeah. So they
But the thing is, Sunni religion, most of the teachings are coming from the Dajjal, the people of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but I suppose you would say that because
the Saudi Arabia people, they are corrupting Sunni people's minds.
Right.
This is why, if you see the Sunni people, they do not have the real understanding of what the coming of the Messiah is.
Right, but don't you find it strange that you're saying that, but then the Sunnis, they said that about the Christians. So are you saying that Allah, according to your belief, first he had the Israelites, then somehow his plan got corrupted, and then he had the Sunni Muslims, and then that plan got corrupted, and now it's the Ahmadiyyas. Is that what you believe?
Because what happened was, after Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he prophesied this.
Yeah.
He said there will be a time when the end times will come. This is the end times.
Yeah.
Right? All nations, they will mix. All nations are mixed. People are going to divert from the true teaching of God. This is what's happening.
Right.
Look at Palestine. Look at Syria. Look at Afghanistan. Look at Iraq. You know, even the big nations are falling as well. You know, look at Russia. Look at America. You know, they're all in a certain way. They all want to fight each other now.
Yeah,
but cause a World War III.
Yeah, but
so this was supposed to happen. And when this was supposed to happen, the Messiah was to come. And the only people that we know to say the Messiah has come, right, and it's been over 100 of years, is Islam Ahmadiyya.
Right. So
no other religion, no other sect of faith has it.
Okay, but that sounds like you haven't really read much of the Bible then, because that has plenty of end time history in it. But what you're saying about the end times will come and there'll be like troubles or wars, and then the Messiah will come. Where do you get that from?
This is a teaching of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So even if you see different scriptures, even in the Bible when it comes, it talks about wars, it talks about the world shaking, it talks about the clouds making noises.
Yeah, but where is that in Islamic teaching?
This is it because in Islam there's hadiths which say when the Messiah comes, there will be loads of confliction, there will be loads of wars.
Right.
Okay, not religious wars, because religious wars and religious wars will finish.
Yeah.
And if you see in today's day and age, there are no religious wars because we don't fight. The people that follow Islam Ahmadiyya do not fight. We do not go into wars. So this is the reason why all the fighting has finished. If we were to go into wars, right, then you can say, you know what, this religion is fake and there are religious wars, so it does not make sense.
Because we do not fight, we do not have religious wars. This is the reason why there are no religious wars that are going on today. So yeah.
All right. So you know Muhammad. Did he ever tell the Muslims to stand down, i.e. to stop fighting?
Yes, of course.
Where?
So there was a time when the Muslims, they were having a battle.
Yeah.
While they were having a battle, there were loads of Muslims scattered around. There was some on the mountains.
You're right.
Some based on the battlefields, you know. And when they realized that we had won, Islam had won.
Yeah.
And they've defeated the kuffars. They defeated the disbelievers. Muhammad ﷺ said, stop. Now we have won, we have nothing else to defend or to prove. We have defended our land, and our land is safe now.
Okay, but
so that's why, you're right, bro.
Yeah.
That's why, if you see, that was the time when Muhammad ﷺ stopped them.
Okay, but did this happen before or after the Battle of Khaybar?
This happened afterwards, when it was finished.
After Khaybar?
When it was I don't know the Khaybar, I don't know about that.
No.
There was loads of times when Muhammad ﷺ said, now step down because we have won and it's peace now.
Yeah, but then but that has to then be after Khaybar, because then...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, after the war had finished. So when the enemy was defeated, Muhammad ﷺ said, okay, we have defeated the enemy, that's it.
But you said it was something different, you said it was a different battle, not the one at Khaybar.
There are different battles that happened as well. There were different battles that happened as well.
Right.
Muhammad ﷺ stepped down as well, because every time they won, that's what they did.
Okay, so
even if you see in the Quran, it says, do not attack women, children. It says in the Quran.
What do you say? Sorry?
So at the time of wars, do not attack children or women.
It does say that in the Quran.
It does.
Where?
It says in the Quran.
Look, give us chapter and verse.
See, now I have to take it out, man. You look it up yourself.
No, there's no chapter and verse.
I can't be keep going around and keep telling this to you.
No, but you better...
I've just told you there's a claim that they're saying...
Well, where? What is hadith? One hadith.
There's hadith. There might be hadith or it might be the Quran.
There's nowhere in the Quran it's in...
Okay, there's hadith there. There's hadith.
And I know what the hadith is. It doesn't say you shouldn't kill women and children under any circumstances. It says you don't kill women and children who are not engaged in warfare. The hadith is verbatim in Ibn Kathir's Tafsir, chapter 2193. By the way.
So what's wrong with it?
No, it says you don't kill them if they're not engaged.
At the time of wars, they said also stay away from them.
So what about the night raid?
Listen, I don't know about the wars, but what I'm trying to tell you is that Muhammad ﷺ explained that they do not attack women and children.
Yeah, but he said during one of the night raids that the women and children were a them.
Also, at the time of the wars, Muhammad ﷺ, the only reason why he used to go to wars was to protect protect the people.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He went to Khaybar to get to raid that tribe.
Yeah, to protect his people.
No, the tribe were attacking him.
But they were planning. They were going to. They were attacking him. There's also sayings where
they were peaceful farmers, though.
Are you consider yourself a Muslim?
I'm telling you what happened, and you're telling me something that did not happen. I told you at the time of the wars, Muhammad ﷺ always used to go to war to protect the people. It was never to cause any harm, but due to the fact...
So you're going to attack people without causing harm?
Right.
Get yourself a better haircut.
You still had to go back to the
Bro, I don't mean in that kind of way. What I mean is they harmed obviously the enemies, yes.
Yeah, but he said his enemies were everyone who's not Muslim. He said that. He said he was commanded to fight the people until they said there's no God but Allah.
Because at that time, the people that did not believe in oneness of God, they were very corrupt.
So you're going to fight them even though they haven't attacked you?
Because they were told to go and kill normal people for no reason.
No, he said I've been commanded.
They were raping kids.
But he said I've been commanded to fight
women.
people. He said
they were doing so much bad stuff.
I'm sorry. This is your debate. So sorry.
They were doing so much evil stuff.
No, but he never said that's
Look at the time of medieval times. Look at the way people used to live. Bro, you cannot.
But he never said that's the reason why he's fighting them. He said the reason he's fighting them is that they're not Muslim.
I told you why.
He didn't need a reason to fight them.
I told you why. Because at that time, the people that were not Muslim, they were going so astray. They were indulged in so many satanic beliefs. You know, they used to believe. They used to believe in killing anyone, bro.
So if someone said to you, I've been commanded to fight people until they say Jesus Christ is Lord, would that be okay?
But Jesus Christ was not the same prophet as Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Your prophet said, I've been commanded to fight the people until they become Muslim.
At that time, yes.
So he's fighting people not because they've done him any wrong, because they're not Muslim.
Because at that time, the people that were not Muslim, I'll repeat myself again, though, the people that were not Muslims, they were indulged in so many satanic stuff. They was indulged in so many killing, violence.
All of them?
Yes.
Every single person who wasn't Muslim?
Yes, the ones that were ready to fight. The ones that were ready to fight.
But he wanted to fight the Christians and the Jews as well.
Bro, that might be a different story. And also, every time Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to fight was only to protect the people, to get rid of the satanic people.
So what did the Banda Qurayzi do to Muhammad and the Muslims?
Who? Are you telling me the enemy of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam were right?
Sorry?
Are you telling me that the enemy of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the disbelievers, the people that wanted to cause so much mischief, they were the right people and Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was wrong? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not exactly saying that. I'm saying that your prophet attacked people because they were not Muslim.
Well, if you're not saying that, then that means Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam must be right.
No, but you can't attack people just because they don't believe what you believe.
See,
that's not right.
You know, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, so what are you saying?
At that time, the people that did not
I'm going to crush your debate. Can you, I mean, I don't want to
understand. I repeated it 10 times, he still doesn't understand.
No, but the point I'm making is that it's not right to fight people based on them not believing in your religion.
So if there's a war going on, okay.
What about Malachites?
Oh man, he's just jumping out of nowhere, man.
No,
are they at war with the Malachites?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intercede. You guys carry on. Sorry. I just want to put that out there.
Okay. You're saying about the Messiah. I tried to look up Messiah in some hadiths, and most of them keep saying Dajjal all the time.
Yeah, Dajjal, yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't find any talking about what the Messiah is going to do.
You get crushed in this debate, and I'll get
the
crushed.
Dajjal is here.
So we both have to
We know that Dajjal is here. We see that he's got one eye.
Yeah.
We know that it corrupts people's minds. We know that the media corrupts people's minds. There's singing, there's dancing.
No, but it's the Messiah.
There's freeness of free mixing of women and men.
Yeah, but it's the Messiah that I want to know. Where does it say what the Messiah is going to do? That's what I'm looking at.
So when the Messiah comes, he's going to kill the Dajjal.
Right.
He's going to break the cross.
Right.
He's going to get rid of swine.
Yeah.
You know, these are one of his his signs.
Right.
And there's no other religion except for Islam and Ahmadiyya that shows that. Even when World War III comes, they're going to start accepting the Messiah. They have to. And that's the only way they will be truly right guided.
What's the debate about? Because I've come in the middle.
The signs of the Messiah.
Is that what the debate's about, yeah?
Well, it's
he's asked me hundreds of questions. So
and I don't want to get crack people's debate.
Which is good, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's not hundreds, it's just that what I'm trying to get to is that when we read in the Bible and it gives us the prophecies, it gives us certain details about it. But then what I find with Islam is when you try and talk about the end times, it's like most people are just giving their own story of what they think the end times is. But what I want is something solid from Muslim Islamic writings, which actually gives more information on the end times.
This is the end times. The time that we live in now is the end times.
Yeah.
Back in the days, they never used to have. I'll tell you one of the end times what happened. There will be a huge beast that will jump from north to east.
Okay.
In the world, he will jump from south to north. When he travels, he will carry passengers in his stomach.
Okay, but
when he carries passengers, he's gonna make announcements. He's gonna say to the passengers, "I am about to leave."
Right. Okay.
He's gonna travel on land. He's gonna travel, jumping to different ends of the world.
Right.
So this is all the end times because we know this to be as public transport.
Yeah, but
back in the days they never used to have public transport.
Yeah, I know, but what you just said there, can you give me a reference for it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. I want to see what the actual your writings say, rather than just, you know. Because the way I see it is that end time prophecies, when it comes to Islam, it seems to be a lot harder to get hold of. The actual text of it. That's what I'm looking for. And I want to read the text myself.
One thing about your end time prophecies, which I don't get, is that when Jesus comes back, he's going to say, I was going to say to Isa, did you call Mary, did you ask for Mary
did you ever claim
Jesus to be God?
To be gods, yeah.
Well, no one believes Mary was a god.
Catholics do, yeah.
Yes, they do.
Not that she's a god.
Yeah, she's mother of God. She's actually deity.
Not that she's God.
No, she's deity. She's a deity.
Not that
she's a smaller God. Yeah.
They do, yeah.
Because they're praying to her, asking Mary solely.
Do they call her a god?
Of course.
Of course.
You don't have to call God a god to do exactly worship.
No, but you do.
No, God is just an attribute, brother.
No.
That's all it is.
Do the Catholics call Mary a god? Because they don't.
They don't have to.
They do have to, because you said they call her a god.
No, they don't. I didn't say they call him a god. I said they worship her like God.
Well, are you Muslim?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm a revert.
Do you talk to Muhammad? Do you talk directly to Muhammad in your prayers?
Never. She's always dead.
No. Do you talk to Muhammad in your prayers?
Never. He's dead.
Do you say peace and blessings be upon you or Muhammad?
No, never.
In your prayers, you don't say
never.
that?
No, it says God bless
Do you
Muhammad.
say peace and blessings be upon
He's
you
the
or
same.
Muhammad?
Are you Muslim? Yeah, he says the same thing as me.
It's Salah.
No, but the Muslims mention Muhammad.
I'm Muslim. He's Muslim, right? I reverted. I'm 10 years playing.
Are you Muslim?
He's Muslim, yeah? No. So he's Muslim.
Muhammad directly in your prayers.
You're asking me, right?
Because I know you do.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
So shall I give you a verse which says that...
Do I have any lies to give you?
Magog,
do you know better than me? I'm Muslim. Do you know better than I do? Do you know me better than I do?
I got the Muslim prayer.
Do you know the Muslim prayer better than I do?
Talking to Muhammad directly.
Surah 18, yeah.
There's a Muslim.
That's one.
He's a little girl, she tells you the truth. There's the father.
You say something along the lines of, I don't like it. Sorry.
Don't you find it interesting that it's so hard for you to find stuff about it? Because I know where to go.
Bro, the thing is, yeah.
No.
Because you're trying to ask me to get straight away.
Yeah, but
and there's so much stuff here written about the Dajjal. I'm trying to get you a specific good one so I can give it to you, you know?
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing about the Dajjal though. Is, have you noticed that when you read through Sahih Muslim, which has all of the Dajjal stuff in it, don't you find it odd that it talks so much about the Dajjal and not much about the Messiah? Because in the Bible, the Messiah is very important.
Well, of course, the Messiah is important.
I know better
but it doesn't seem too important in Sahih
We all
Muslim.
say you do. But because you found one odd one, it doesn't mean the old one is the truth.
Yeah, but
if it was...
No, you think you know.
It's life a test as well, you know?
I'll answer your question. He's a Muslim as well.
Yeah.
Do you talk directly? No.
It's impossible.
You say he's the best.
She's too young to be here, man.
So you don't say
Show us what you're going to show us. We're telling you what we're going to show. We show you the evidence. We're the evidence. You're the evidence. I'm the evidence.
There's no evidence.
No. He's nothing to do.
So do you want to know? Do you want to know about Surah Bukhari Hadith 34-39?
Was that? Is that Bukhari?
So, yeah, Sahih Bukhari Hadith 34-39. Let me read it to you first, because I don't think you might want this one. But the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ mentioned that the Messiah, the Messiah ad-Dajjal in front of the people, saying Allah is not one-eyed, while Messiah ad-Dajjal is the blind in the right eye, and his eye looks like mortgaging out great.
Yeah, but that's Messiah. That's the Dajjal.
Dajjal, yes. What do you want to know? I don't understand.
No, about the because he's ad-Dajjal, which is I presume Antichrist or anti-Messiah. Yeah, but I want just Messiah, not ad.
What, the coming of the Messiah?
Yeah.
Oh. He thinks I'm going to believe his evidence. I
thought you said you want to know about the Dajjal.
No. I was just saying that
I don't care where you go.
The Dajjal,
I go to the Quran.
it's like Muslims
right
talk about the Dajjal too much compared to the Messiah.
I don't follow Muslims.
Whereas
I follow God.
in the Bible, we care more about the Messiah. We don't really care about the Antichrist that much.
The Quran. That was being revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Not peace be upon you, O Muhammad.
2476, are you?
No, there's so many sayings, but I'm just trying to get the right one.
Yeah.
Why? He's dead. Does that make any sense to you? There you go. You say it, not me. I'm not going to listen to you if you're talking no rubbish. Come on, man. You are how old? You are about 11, and you know the haqq, right? And he thinks he has the haqq to tell you. You understand? Whenever they come, you tell them the truth. What do you know? Yeah? Allah gave you the haqq. We say, God gave you the truth. With the truth, you can't say left or right.
But you want to take this?
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So there was the eclipse. Do you know about the eclipse?
No.
So it was for me that God caused the solar and the lunar eclipse in heaven during the month of Ramadan and caused numerous our signs to be manifest on earth, and thus in accordance with the divine practice my truth was conclusively established. God in whom hand rests my life is my witness that if you cleanse your heart and seek our signs from God, the Omnipotent One is capable of showing a sign according to his own power without being subject to any of our
Right, so it sounds like he's just saying that Allah can show signs to people who want them. That's what it sounds like.
No.
So the currents of the lunar eclipse on the first of the eclipse night,
down in the ground, dead.
The currents of the solar eclipse on the middle of the eclipse day, the currents of both in the same month of Ramadan, the presence of calamity who has been rejected. That's another. There was a plague at that time as well that happened.
Right.
So at the time of the plague, what happened was all the houses they died from the plague, but the only ones that actually remained was the people that followed him.
Right, but what?
There was another proof.
What's that reference?
It is it was a recorded historic event that happened.
Oh, so it's not in the hadith.
Hadith, no, that's not in the hadith. But that's what happened.
But that's what I'm saying. It's as if Muslims were more concerned about the current times and the end times, like almost as if there was a reason they didn't really care about it. Because with us,
I just have to find it. That's not the problem.
Yeah, but
I know the sayings, but I don't know the references. That's not the problem.
Right.
No. Because it could be a Christian influence.
Maybe that's what you should do. Is go.
You want to know what you want to know.
No, you should get your scholars to do some proper digging and actually give you references so that if someone asks you, that you can give them. Because obviously the point is so that they can read the same reference.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the reason why when someone asks a Christian about the Bible, we make sure that if we're going to talk about the end times, we know what the references are, so that we can then bring them out.
Who's claimed that they call him a God?
You claim that the Catholics call Mary a God when they don't.
No, the Catholics worship Mary.
But they don't call her a God.
They don't have to.
No, they don't call her a God.
They don't have to call her a God.
You worship Muhammad. Do you call him a God?
I don't worship Muhammad.
You don't worship Muhammad?
You worship Muhammad.
Do you follow him? Do you follow him in every way?
We follow Muhammad. No, like we follow Jesus.
Ask him what the punishment is. Ask him what the punishment for insulting Allah is.
In 2011?
He said he worshipped Muhammad.
You're welcome.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so there's one sign which says the first 1,000 years is gonna kill the swine.
In the Quran, his name is associated with your God.
We can't criticize him yet.
And even in your
looking for that one.
And even in your shahada, you got him as your name. You can't even just say, to become a Muslim, you can't just say, I believe in Muhammad. I believe in
mean, it's quite short. I'm looking for something a bit longer. You know.
Of course it's a prophet. That's what I'm saying. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is, but the only thing is I have to get the reference, and I can't get the reference because
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying though, is that you feel that what you believe is the truth, but yet what you've been given, for some reason, the people who you get your belief from, they don't seem to be that serious about the end times. So don't you find that strange?
Sure.
because the thing is, what we say is at the end times, because this is the end times, the Messiah has come.
Yeah, but he's going to do something, isn't he?
He is doing something.
Yeah, so
the reason why you're in this country is because of the Messiah. Did you know that?
Well, maybe, but there isn't any direct evidence. For me, anyway.
Because they used to live with the Messiah the back of the days.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, you see, when we read in the Bible, it gives us an explanation, and one of the big things it says is about how God is going to restore the children of Israel.
So it says here, look, if you want to read chapter 75, verse 7.
75.
Chapter 75, verse 7 to 11. It says, Allah states in the Quran, in regards to the heavenly sign from the later days, the Messiah and the Mahdi, he asks, when will be the day of resurrection? When the eyes is dazzled and the moon is eclipsed and the sun and the moons are brought together. On that day, man will say, wise to escape.
You know
No, him.
Well, yes,
I'm Muslim.
But you know, if it's Hashim, he'd be over his neck. Or Mansour as well, they jump on you.
I said to you, who's the prophet?
480.
Muhammad.
What's this application?
Obviously, because God dictates Muhammad. Muhammad tells us. Because God is speaking to Muhammad, yeah. Never. He's lower. Because God gives command to him. I'm obeying Prophet, which means I'm obeying God, yes.
He tells you to attack someone and you attack them, you obey his order.
Now I'll come back. I'll come back.
Alright.
Worshiping serving. Worshiping serving. Yeah, worshiping serving. We don't worship Muhammad. We pray. We pray.
If you put him on the same level as Allah, are you worshiping? Kids, man. I can't debate with kids. I debate with kids. I debate with kids. Why?
What are you doing?
Your religion tells you to fight me. Where these kids come from? You say whatever you want.
The downside to America is if you're a loser, you're going to fucking suffer. If you're a bum, you're a bit
Every single person think that there is true God. No, they're not saying that. They're not saying that. They're saying God is Most High God. The Most High God.
God is the one body, not God. One body, not God. One person, God.
You understand?
Jesus Christ.
And source. So everything comes from one source. So there is only one God. And that's what people don't get in this one. When they say they did not see there is one God. They only say I say three spiritual people and the spirit. You understand? So when the Trinity comes to you, you better run with it. Because I don't want to come here now to a Trinity. And I want, because you can say 3 in 1, just like an ice. Because the ice and the water, and it's the heat and the melt. And that will mean there is one. So people don't understand when Christians say we're under-Christian, but I do understand when they say Trinity, even though it's not in the Bible. What I'm saying, even the concept, it's only one, nobody know that. It's not no 3 God.
I'm not sure what you know. I get from
it's a concept that was in there before. The concept was in there. Okay, when Jesus. Yo, I am here, and we have 2 more. I am here, and we have 2 more brothers in the yard. You never say we are Trinity. If a boy want to beat me, they come, okay, it's my next brother. And the 3 we are come, and the Trinity are come here. And we are come mad. Yeah? 3 in 1, we are come mad. Oh, yeah, but 3 in 1 in heaven. Why did Jesus not? Why did there's one thing, right? Why did Jesus not? According to the Bible, I know you have. Let's start by. Let me quote it. Try to maybe no. No, let me read it. No, let me read it. Let me read it. Let me explain in the Gospel of Luke. This debunks the Gospel of Luke. I don't read the Gospel of Luke, chapter number 22, verse number 9. He said, but from now on, the Son of Man, that is Jesus, will be seated at the right hand of the mighty God in heaven. Let me 2 minutes for
But that's not a prophecy, man. That's not a prophecy.
That is a prophecy.
That's not a prophecy. Because anyone could say that. Because anyone could say this place is a desert, one day it's going to turn green. Anyone could say this. You have to give us a specified time, a place.
Oh, it's always been green. Our forefathers have known it to be green. But one day this green area is going to become a desert. You'd call me a lunatic.
No, I wouldn't. One day when? You have to be more specific. You can't just say one day. One day could be in a billion years.
Okay, but no. But look at that. Inside that one prophecy, there's two miracles. Not only that, one day it's going to become green. The other one is that it's going to revert back to greenish, meaning that at one point it was already green, and we have evidence for that.
Could someone else have said that?
Evidence, we have archaeological evidence that.
Can I ask you a question?
Animals that require heavy amounts of water, such as hippopotamus.
Can I ask you a question? Can anybody have said that? Can anybody have said that? I mean, anybody could say that. That's not really. No, but anyone could have said, look, we have a desert here. One day it's going to go green.
No. But if he says it's going to revert back to green, what about that one? That his claim that he made that it used to be green.
Sorry?
It would be a more. Look, I'll tell you something.
You can't make a past prophecy. Prophecy has to be about something to come, not something that's happened.
Number one, what he's done is irrational, because he could have easily said this is a desert. It's always going to remain a desert. It's not a past prophecy. Essentially, it's a future prophecy, because it was found out later that it used to
No. You've got green grass over there. You've got no green grass here. But one day there's going to be green grass here.
That's rational because the place is green.
Okay.
This place was a desert and you said it's green. And I've always known it to be a desert.
Okay.
And my forefathers have poetry saying from all the way back there's always been a desert. Everyone's known it to be a desert. And you're telling me it's going to become green fields and meadows? Then I'll say you're crazy.
You can call me my alias, Blade. Alright. Oh, nice to meet me. Okay. It won't be nice after this. No, alright. What's your name?
Safe.
I like it. Safe. Sorry?
Michael.
I'm more agnostic, but I do believe that Christianity is a better religion than Islam.
In terms of like theology or in terms of
objectively? Everything.
So again, wait, let's go to the foundation.
So alright, so what I'll do is I'm going to read this one from the Bible and then explain why I read it. This is Revelation 18:9. It says, "And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for fear of her."
Shall we go over there slightly because the lamen's voice? The lamen's voice is loud.
So saying, "Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise any more. The merchants of gold and of silver and precious stones and of pearls, and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet," and there's a load of other things as well.
So what you're trying to tell me that the Bible has prophesied the falling of Babylon?
No, but you're not listening to the details. It's explaining the fact that the merchants are going to be getting rich from her.
They're going to be what?
Getting rich from her.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look around now, are merchants getting rich from her?
From Babylon?
Well, the merchants are getting rich, aren't they?
The merchants are getting rich everywhere.
Yeah, so it's describing that Babylon is a source of how they're getting so rich.
I tell him more accurate prophecy. When Jesus said that before the cock crows 3 times, Peter will reject him, and as soon as the cock crowed the 3rd time, by that time he would have rejected him 3 times, and that's what happened. That's something someone could not have known. That's what you call a prophecy. Something that someone else cannot have known. That's what a prophecy is about.
Yeah, that's what.
Can you repeat the prophecy again? I didn't quite.
No, Peter rejected Jesus 3 times before the cock crowed. Am I correct to that one?
Yeah.
Now, that was something in the future. That was something no one else could have predicted. That's what I call a prophecy, not something that.
I'm not that familiar with the story of Peter. Can you just expound on it for me? I just want to know what the miraculous.
No, I mean. Would you like to explain it?
Because the cock crowing sounds like a
when the cock crows 3 times.
Yeah.
So the cock crowed 3 times. He said before the the cock?
No. He'll deny him 3 times. And
can you throw context for me as well? Like what happened before? Who's Peter? All that.
It was at and he was one of the disciples.
He doesn't know much about the Bible.
Yeah, okay. He was one of the disciples when Jesus was with the disciples. He said. One of you will reject me after the Son of Man dies. One of you will reject me before the cock crows 3 times. Yeah. And then after he rejected him, a man asked him. After they killed Jesus, a man asked him, "Are you one of his disciples?" And he said, "No," 3 times. And then the cock crowed. Okay. Now, no one could have known that because that is something that was a prophecy, not a prediction.
I'll tell you something. This is a miracle. According to you, because it's in the scripture.
No, it's a prophecy.
It's a prophecy that is in the scripture at that time. So it's a bit like me writing, okay, so Saif made this prophecy, and then you did this and this and this, and I wrote it all down here, and then 500 years later I gave it to someone. How is he gonna believe that this story is authentic?
No, but that's not the point. What he's trying to say, he's not talking about that. What he's talking about is the quality of it. So are there any of that quality in the Islamic writing?
I'll give you one straight. So basically, by the way, I just realised you were dressed like Blade, like the Blade Runner movie, right?
I like it.
I like it as well.
He's fast. Fast. This guy's Safe is fast, man. Go on, Safe.
So basically,
bring it.
In Surah Rum, right? The chapter of the Romans in the Quran.
No, not this one.
You've heard this one before?
Yeah, I've heard it before.
I think that's way more accurate than what.
No, but that's not a prophecy again, because here's you're quoting chapter 30, verse 1 to 4, I believe, where it says the Romans have been defeated in a land nearby.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it doesn't say where it happened. A land nearby where? It doesn't say when. Yeah, it's very vague.
No. Between 6 and 9 years.
But it took 12 years.
How many Romans are there?
But it's closer.
At that time,
no, it did. It was revealed in 615, and the Romans defeated the pagans in 627.
What verse is that?
Chapter 30, verse 1 to 4. It says, but it doesn't even say, and it doesn't even say where it happened.
It says
in the land nearby. It says in the land nearby.
Where's the Adn al-Ard?
A land nearby where?
No, see, that's the thing.
Oh no, you've been 2 to 4, because verse 1 is the mystery one that Muslims aren't supposed to do.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. But it doesn't say, and it doesn't say where it happened, nor does it say when. It doesn't even say who the Romans defeated. It says the Romans. And it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it in the verse though. It says the Romans were defeated by who?
But they knew at the time it was the Persians.
No, but why doesn't the verse not say? Why doesn't the verse not? No, because the Romans could be fighting anybody. Which Romans? They were defeated by who?
Okay, when that verse came down, there was external sources that say that there was a battle between the Romans and the Persians. And in fact, the word that I use, Adna al-Ard, the word Adna can also refer to the lowest or the nearest. The lowest land, by the way, what I am quoting to you right now, some mufassirs, so some exegetes have said that it means the lowest land. And the lowest land at that time was the Dead Sea area. You know the Dead Sea area? No, in fact, if you go there to Jordan, it's like the border of Jordan and Palestine, if I'm not wrong. And that is Jericho, the lowest land, like the lowest land below like seawater. And there is actually a battle that has taken place there between the Persians and the Romans.
Yeah, but
and this is in fact, this was a battle so bad that the Persians went in there. And they did take something called, you know what the true cross is, right?
So what happened the next year after the Romans defeated the Persians in 627. Then the Persians defeated the Romans in 628. So the Persians won in the end.
No,
the Persians defeated the Romans.
We're just talking about memory verse.
I'm not like amazingly versed in the history aspect of it, but I do know 100% that battle did take place.
I mean, the only problem I have with the verse, it says the Romans were defeated in a land nearby. It doesn't say where. That's the problem. And it doesn't say who defeated the Romans. But I can admit that it's closer to being a prophecy. That is closer. That's more like a prophecy.
It was revealed in that time. They knew that
like a prophecy. Yeah. But I mean, what does a prophecy have to? A prophecy surely has to be something that no one could have known, and preferably with some sort of time frame, really. Because you said the prophecy in Saudi Arabia is that the grass will go green one day.
If I gave you a prophecy, let's say I'm in the desert. Let's say like I'm in the desert 1,400 years ago. No technology, and I said a time will come where people will wear musical instruments on their heads.
When? What time? Exactly what time?
I'm just saying a time will come.
Because it could be a billion years.
I'm talking about the future.
No, but if I said to you a time will come when people will fly in the air without planes, it could be any time.
No, but
you have to be more specific.
No. When you're in a desert and you have no concept of technology, musical instruments on your head, what else can that be?
When though? When?
When in the future?
No, the future could be any time.
What was going to say in 1982? Like they were going to
well. And if I said to you, a time will come when we will all be 20 feet tall. Yeah? Is that a prophecy? I mean, a time may come we may all be 20 feet tall, or a time may come when we'll be half robots, which is highly likely, by the way. We're going to be half android one day. Yeah?
It's highly likely.
Yeah. It has to be something that's not likely.
Not probably. You know, go back to that. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Yeah, no. So that's what I was saying before.
Okay, but I say even this is pointless. Like this prophecy thing. I say let's go straight to the foundation.
I would agree.
The theology. Let's go straight to the theology.
Well, if you go to the Quran, the Quran says that Islam will prevail over all other religions. That's 933. Yeah, but it hasn't.
right there, he Islam is the first to
No, but it hasn't prevailed over all other religions. Has it?
Oh, I say in a way it has. Because Christianity has been watered down into this.
No, but it hasn't prevailed. It isn't dominant in the world. But it isn't dominant in the world.
I say it is prevailing.
But it isn't dominant, is it? It isn't dominant in the world. Islam.
Right, but here's the thing. Would the Islamic State say that Islam's been watered down?
When you say Islamic State,
ISIS.
No, of Syria and Iraq.
And Iran.
Islamic State.
Are you talking about terror groups or are you talking about...
He's giving an example.
About countries that claim to be Islamic.
No, he's just giving an example.
I'm talking about groups who say they're Muslims, who have verified scholars who quote hadiths to show why they're fighting. That's what I'm talking about.
But both point, and the point you're making is
we don't reject. No, I mean, sorry. We reject those groups like IS and...
But you're missing his point. His point is that you say Christianity is watered down, but there's some Muslims who say that your version is watered down, and then you will say, to another Muslim, his version is watered down. Like he's a liberal Muslim, for example.
No.
And he says, I think gay marriage is okay or something. You know what I mean?
If they're saying gay marriage, if they reject something in the Quran, if they say gay marriage is okay,
but
he's not Muslim. He's not Muslim.
No, but he will say that that's his version of Islam, and he thinks that's okay. You say it's watered down, though.
Say it's extreme version.
But you say it's watered down. You say it's watered down. So you say he's watered it down so much that he's not really a Muslim.
So wait.
So Islam has the same issues.
This could be done with Christianity.
No, but I agree. So that's the same issues.
That's the point.
That's why you go back to the first three generations of Islam.
Yeah, we go back to the first three generations. Because they're the best.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah. So whether they say we hold them as an authority above us.
Do all Muslims hold? Oh, because only the Salafists hold that. But the rest of the Muslims don't hold that.
No. The word Salafi. It's just people just cause divisions and say, you're a Salafi, you're not a Salafi. But everyone, they try to follow the way of the Prophet, the way of the Salaf. Salafi is just the name of a group. As in, they just associate the name of a group. It's not actually like a...
Do you believe in a war on apostates?
Oh, sorry?
Do you believe in having a war on apostates?
Having a war?
On apostates, yeah.
Why war?
Attacking people who've left Islam.
Yeah, if someone leaves Islam publicly denouncing the Islamic State.
No, but if they just leave, do you believe in attacking them?
Without publicly saying.
No, but if they just leave, if they want to go back, if the people want to follow another religion, do you believe in attacking them?
If a person leaves Islam and he goes to another religion in an Islamic state, this is a place where we're not knowledgeable.
Because the Salafi, the first three or four of the Muslims, when people try to leave Islam, if you agree with them, then you agree with going to war with people who try to leave Islam.
No, we have more historical evidence that suggests that is the rule, that if a person does leave Islam or apostatizes, then he is...
Well, Abu Bakr said he's going to kill anyone who tries to leave.
But the thing is, there will be an execution there, but you'll have 3 days waiting, see if he repents or changes his mind. But not only that, but there is...
The point I'm making...
No, wait, let me finish.
Okay, go on.
There is historical evidence that suggests that when a person does leave and he's not someone who is spreading hatred against Islam, because Islam is the foundation of the government at that point as well, the foundation of the state, like everything. So attacking that would be detrimental for it. And it's the same like even countries like this. There's certain things that you shouldn't be pushing about, certain things you shouldn't be attacking. So what they did was a systematic relocation.
But you're missing my point.
Yeah.
You Saif said. Yeah. I like that name. Cool name. Saif said that he believes that those people are the best generation. Those are the ones who haven't.
Yeah, and I'm saying
so if you believe that they're the best generation, you must also believe that going to war against apostates is a good thing, because that's what they did.
But we also have historical evidence from the Salaf that they did systematic relocation. The war that they are waging against apostates are the ex-Muslims that come here and they talk rubbish about Allah and His Prophet.
But that's not what Abu Bakr said. He said he's going to kill anyone who tries to leave.
Abu Bakr. But then there's also suggestions that say that there was systematic relocation happening.
Do you believe in invading other people's land to spread Islam?
If you were to give da'wah, if you were to call people towards Islam,
and they say no,
and they
in the vendor's position. Actually, you go first.
Are you filming them? Because they might not want to be filmed. Sorry? Well, I don't want to be filmed either. Don't fill me up. Anyway, the point. No. The point I'm making is that you said that. I mean, we was making a point on the point before. What was the point? The point before was on people trying to water down Christianity and Islam. And then you got the point that the people who didn't water it down were the Salaf, were the full right guiding Caliph. Yeah? And I said, well then, if they're you said they're the best generation. So they're the best generation, you should be agreeing with what they did.
I want to say that there's maneuverability around it.
Okay, alright.
There is maneuverability around it.
But the point of the matter is, do you think Islam will prevail over all other religions? That's what we'll make. Depends how you want to do it. And if you're trying to do it by protest or arguments, you're allowed to do it. If you try to do an armed insurrection, that would be a problem because you're using violence. But you're allowed to vote for parties who want to do it.
But there is a suppression against it as well, because it is attacking the very foundation of the government. It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but I'm not really talking about apostasy itself.
Even if there was a lot of people, grouping, and they were attacking the system, would come in place, and the military would get involved, and you'd be suppressed, you might even get killed. This is a bit like there was a time of Bakr. It was something, this is what they call apostasy. And unfortunately, these threats are to the state and the religion, because the state is run by the religion. So just how they run it today, we had a similar thing like that. In your mind, you realize it's an attack on the state, and they suppress it just like how they would do today, if it happens.
It's not like if you say, I leave Islam, you get killed straight away.
There's
That wasn't really the point I was making. The point I was making is that you believe that the Salaf are the best generation. You shouldn't have a problem with anything they did. But you seem to be making it.
His body is not here.
Alright, mate. Alright.
If you want to be notified when I release any videos, then just click on subscribe and then click on the bell and select all, and so then you'll receive all of the notifications for when I release any videos.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.